experience. Not just reading a book about an oscilloscope, but actually watching someone go through the basic functions of it. I had borrowed, the club had a service monitor, I had borrowed that. We were doing some direction finding. And it's fascinating. You know, and of course I don't know half the functions, or I don't know 10% of the functions on there, but definitely fascinating. So it may be, you know, maybe we'll get you to write an article. Do some waveforms, take some pictures of them, and write an article about them, and you know how the oscilloscope actually does it.
I have a granddaughter that's 8 years old. She's the youngest one, and she's a little lab assistant. She comes in here, operates the Wimhurst machine, the voltage hailstorm device, which is a glass tube that has these little pinballs in it that when you crank the Wimhurst machine, they jump around, and she plays with magnets and the oscilloscope and looking at patterns. And just to see a child, a young person, you take a simple microphone or a telephone, and you hook it up to the oscilloscope and look at your voice and try to realize what is happening when you see that waveform bouncing around. And the younger children pick it up very quickly. You know, their mind, well, you know as a teacher, their minds are like sponges, and they pick it up so quick. I think she's going to go into the science, and if, her career is going to wind up in science.
Yeah, that's the best part of science, when kids can see things and have actions translated into a secondary source also. I still remember, I think it was in junior high school, that there was a demonstration of sound waves, and the person who was there demonstrating, and I don't remember whether he came from a museum or, you know, where he came from. Three large personal vessels.
Okay, so what I have in here is PL259 goes to the Glenn transformer, and here is a connection to the generator, to the fluke. So practically this connector is able to withhold whatever is coming out of that. Okay, and I can pull everything like that. Okay, now I have in here separate output from the Glenn transformer, so I can measure in here the voltage output. And the direction that I have made in here was, this is a ground, and it says ground. This is a common, and this is, well, it says output. Basically what I did in here is I'm gonna go from this side. Okay, so you see that, okay, like that, a ground wire, and the ground wire is made to be connected like that to the ground, especially made this with a solder. So you have a piece of coaxial cable connected here, coming here to the other side of a PL259, and then going in here to the input of the Glenn transformer. The output is in here, but at the same time the output goes already to the Avramenko fork. So you see these 3 diodes in here. Is one leg, there's 3 diodes in here. The second leg, the 2 diodes connections in here, and there is a little switch like that, so I can disconnect the Avramenko. Now this wire in here goes to, just a moment, oh boy, cannot see how did I connect that. Okay, goes to okay, here, and then I made a connection over there. In other words, this is not gonna be used, this is only for the measurement purpose. From the output transformer, this is a ground strip in here, and this is a hot one that goes to the Avramenko fork. And the connection is made this way that, okay, 2 diodes, one is connected this way, that way, and this way. So 3 diodes in series, 3 diodes in series. Now I have made a porcelain connection here, and then another wire goes in here, and this is for the high voltage probe. Holds pretty nicely in these banana plugs. I hope, John, that you have a little bit more of this so I can get that. Now this is a the capacitor that is across the Avramenko fork, and made another strip terminal connection for another ground, and I already connected the wire into it for the ground. So when I turn that, you see that this wire goes like that through here and to the ground terminal, which actually, as I said, is named ground. Okay, now the purpose of this tool is that if I need the capacitor or any kind of matching network between fluke, and so this is the wire that is coming from fluke, comes in here. Now I connected a piece of wire between this and that, and now this one could be connected to either the resistor in series, either the capacitor in series, and as you see in here, okay, this is one of the connection for the capacitor. And where do I have a second one? I don't have a second bar yet. Okay, so if I was to connect this with this, then practically I'm not using any matching network. So I could twist that together and put that in here, and then tied it up. Okay, now what has happened is one loop goes this way, one loop goes this way. So basically that's what I have so far. Right now I was trying with this resistor and another one which gave me 75 ohm. Okay, that's all for now.